Welcome back. I'm going to be finalizing a bunch of stuff on the Durango Hellcat. In the last video, I got the quarter panels set in, but I didn't plug weld them in. And the reason I didn't do that was because I didn't have any of the expanding foam, but also I'm really happy that I didn't do it right away because I ended up adjusting both quarter panels a lot nicer in all the gaps. I mean, look at that. Perfect. From the factory, they don't come this nice. So if you guys look, the taillights perfectly line up. They're even. The one thing I really dislike about the Durangos is if you get these taillights to match the hatch wing sits down a little bit lower. The Durango Hellcat wing actually compensates a little bit for that, but it still has a little tiny lip. It's not really that big of a deal, but it just kind of throws it off. I mean, I had the Durango Hellcat wing on here, but mine smashed on this side. So to make sure I got this gap perfect, I actually put the other wing back on, and you can see that it looks like the wing is supposed to be further up as this transitions, but there's no way. If I made this gap perfect, the taillights wouldn't line up, and I'd rather have the taillights line up and have a little tiny, I mean, I think that's like 1/8 of an inch difference off of the wing to the quarter panel. So it's not that big of a deal. But what I need to do now is go to Home Depot because there is some of this orange foam up here in this rail. And I need to pretty much just squirt some foam in here. There's some black foam around there. And there's also a section of black foam right here. So I have the black foam from the paint store, but I can't find any of the orange foam. And I think it's just like the fireproof stuff. So I'm going to go to Home Depot. They have that fireproof stuff. I'll just spray some in there. It should do exactly the same because it looks like it's the same exact foam. And then after I get all this welded in, I'll spray in the foam that goes in the rocker. So to spray that in, there's a hole back here, and it just pretty much fills this upper part. On the Chargers, it actually fills the whole rail, but on these, it just fills the back section and the front section, which you don't really want to leave it in there, because if you leave it in there, it tends to light on fire. As you guys can see from this back section right here, you know, all the burn spots. So I'll have to scrape all that foam out, and then I still need to pull that piece off the Durango outside, and then I could stick it in there and plug weld the same thing, fill it with the expanding foam, and we'll be good there as well. The Durango now has the driver and passenger quarter panels permanently welded on, and I'm very happy that this is finally done. It was a long process. It took a day per side to get this done, and it's because there's like 200 plug welds per side. So there's a lot of plug welds. You also have to make sure everything's prepped, and then I had to add the foam, reset the panel. As you guys remember, a very good tip is when you're lining a quarter panel up and you have it perfectly aligned, make sure to throw a sheet metal screw in the flange in a blank area, not where you have a plug weld drilled out or a spot weld drilled out and where you're going to plug weld, but in a blank piece of the flange, so then it locates it. So as you guys saw, I had to put foam in there, so I had to pull the panel back off, and pretty much if I didn't have those sheet metal screws or those locations, lining it up would have been a nightmare. So plus you're trying to get the foam to dry, a bunch of stuff could happen. So it's really, really nice. A really, really nice way to make sure your panels are going to line up perfectly once you have them plug welded in, because once you have them plug welded in, you can't go back. I mean, you could, but it's going to be a lot more work than drilling out the spot welds. So I've already placed the hatch on there, the taillights, everything lines up perfectly. I'm very happy. So what we're going to do now is the roof skin. As you guys remember, I am putting a panoramic sunroof in the Durango. They don't come with them, but I got one off a Grand Cherokee, and the bad thing is they're not long enough. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut this here, but I'm not going to cut through the backside because I need this flange. It holds the sunroof in. So once I make my carbon fiber roof skin, I have to unglue this flange, glue it on the carbon fiber roof skin so it'll hold the sunroof, panoramic sunroof glass and whole assembly into the roof skin. Plus that holds the roof skin into it kind of holds the roof skin into the top of the roof, or the supports, or whatever you want to call it. So plus it bolts in a bunch of spots. But instead of ruining this nice, so I pulled this nice non-sunroof roof skin off of Durango. Instead of cutting this up, I have that wrecked Durango, the parts Durango. I'm going to pull the back section of the roof skin off of it, since I have to modify it anyway, and I think it'll work out very well instead of messing this roof skin up just in case I need a non-sunroof roof skin. So let's get to work, get this roof skin busted out, and then pretty much wrap this video up, and then I'll have a lot of body work to do on the roof skin. As you guys know, I'm going to have to make a mold to make a carbon fiber roof skin, and we'll just go from there. But let's get this all situated and worked out. I can't wait to see this with the roof skin on it, with the roof glass and sunroof and all that stuff in it. I now have the Grand Cherokee panoramic roof skin on top of the Durango, and it is moving forward. So there is a lot of modifications that you have to do to get this to work. I'm guessing that not very many people are going to want to do this, but since it was already a salvage title Durango, there's no reason to not add a panoramic sunroof, especially since it's an SUV. It's supposed to have all these features, which this will be a really nice feature instead of that small sunroof that they come with. But I'm really happy that the quarter panels are now welded on. I've been wanting to get those welded on for some time, but I wanted them to line up really nice and not have any weird alignment issues. So now we're good there. We have the panoramic roof skin coming along, and I just have a few little modifications that I still have to do. I have to add a support in the back so it holds this back part of the panoramic roof skin up, and that also supports the sunroof glass and panoramic sunroof, because It's kind of heavy, but at the same time, it adds, I feel like it adds like more structure because there's more weight up there, but it also connects a lot of stuff, a lot more stuff than these little slats going across. They're kind of flimsy. Been fitting the Grand Cherokee panoramic sunroof roof skin, and I think what I'm gonna do is scrap this idea. And the reason I'm gonna scrap it is I put the sunroof in there. The sunroof is pretty heavy, and then I sat in the Durango, and it was just like, this is gonna be just like my Challenger Hellcat. So the reason I don't like driving my Challenger Hellcat, and it's only when I have a racing helmet on, is I'm too tall. So the issue is the edge right there. There is the headliner. It comes down and has this weird little lip to pretty much allow all of the mechanism for the slider and the sunroof, which just hits the edge of the helmet. And when you're driving on the track, and you know, I do want to take this thing to the track and the road course and the drag strip, etc. But your helmet just is like this, and then your head's like just kind of turned the whole time you're driving it. It's just really uncomfortable for me. It'd be a lot better if I was shorter, but I'm not. And the seats, they don't go down far enough. Even all the way down, they are still too high, and my helmet hits. When I don't have a helmet, it's perfectly fine, but you know, I want to enjoy driving this thing. So unfortunately, I'm probably going to list the panoramic sunroof for sale and just scrap this idea. I'm glad that I still have that other roof skin, that I didn't cut it up, because if I would have, I would have been, you know, having to buy a non-sunroof roof skin. So this did come with a sunroof, so I'm going to add a bar in it. As everybody knows, I really dislike sunroofs, and there is a really good reason. It's because I'm tall. So unfortunately, this was a cool idea, but I'm going to pretty much just add that bar back in, add the other bar in the back in, and we'll throw the non-sunroof roof skin on here, weld it all on. I was planning on making a forged carbon fiber roof, since I was gonna have to mate two roof skins together. But since I don't have to do that, what I'm probably gonna end up doing is painting the roof black, and then I'll break up all of the green. I think that'll work well. I might also do the hood in black, but probably not. I'll probably just do that green and just leave the roof in black, and I think all of that will just kind of flow well. I might do the wing in black too, but I'm not exactly sure yet. I'll just have to kind of see how I like it. I'll paint the whole body of the Durango first, but let's get this panoramic roof skin and the back roof skin off the parts Durango off of here, and start making it, getting it ready for the non-sunroof roof skin, so then we can weld it all on. And then pretty much after it's welded on, this thing is ready for a little bit of bodywork, some primer, and we can paint her. I mean, I can't wait to paint the body. So we're getting very close now, which is gonna be really, really exciting. I wanna paint all the inside stuff first, not all of it, but I'm gonna just get some of the battleship or the destroyer gray, and anything that I replace that's not already destroyer gray, I'll hit it with some paint just so it looks good, so it's not a bunch of different colors. But yeah, let's get to work on this thing and get it all non-sunroofed up. I know some people are gonna be mad, but I want to drive this thing. This was so much easier, just throwing the non-sunroof roof skin on there. Wasn't any modification. There wasn't any making a mold, making a forged carbon fiber roof skin. I really did want to do that, but at the time, the panoramic roof glass is so heavy. I want to enjoy driving this. I want to take this thing to the track, enjoy it. That is the main thing about this. Once I threw that sunroof in there, I sat in there, I was just like, this is going to be exactly like the Challenger, where I'm just hitting my helmet the whole time I'm driving at the track and not really enjoying it. If I was shorter, I'd do it like I said, but this was so much easier. So tomorrow I need to get some seam sealer from the paint store. We'll seam seal that gutter, and then all I need to do is hit it with a coat of high build. After I hit it with some sandpaper, I'll hit it with like 180. Doesn't really need much body work. And do the roof skin, the sides, the hatch, figure out if I need to add any skims, which I really don't think I will. There isn't really any dents on any of this stuff. I'm sure I'll find some little wave or something like that because panels have been off. But besides that, I think it'll go really quick. So I'm gonna paint the roof skin black, gloss black. The mirror cap's already black. I think it'll break up the striker green. So I think I'm gonna leave the hood striker green. I'll have the black vents, so that'll kind of offset it. I'm not sure if I'm gonna throw a stripe on it or not yet. If I do, I'll most likely just paint it in, but I'm not 100% sure. So then on the sides, striker green, it'll go really quick. The mirror caps are gonna be gloss black. I might do some other little accents, gloss black as well, but I'm very happy she is where she is, and I'm gonna enjoy actually driving it and not having to worry about my helmet just hitting that edge the whole time. On the inside, you can see there's a few spots. As you guys remember, I replaced quite a few structural components. They're different colors from the other cars I pulled them from. So I'll hit all that with some Destroyer gray, just so it's all uniform and matched. I'm not gonna paint the interior of the car striker green. I mean, that paint's way too expensive to do that. And the Destroyer gray is just, it's fine. It's just keeping it nice and clean, making sure it doesn't rust. But I think we'll be able to get this thing buttoned up really quick. And once we get this thing out of the shop, I can bring the Charger down here, throw the rear subframe, front subframe, all the suspension, the coilovers on, and then we can figure out what wheels that I need to get for it. So that's gonna be the end of this episode. I'm really happy that we are where we're at. The Durango is pretty much fixed. Actually, it is fixed, but once we get it painted, it's gonna look really, really good. So, or once I get it painted, it'll look really good. But that's gonna be the end of this episode. If you like these videos, make sure to click that subscribe button, throw a thumbs up, throw a comment below. As always, see you guys next time.